to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause.
I'm Peter Rowe. I'm the Assistant Director of the Searcher Group.
Sit down so you're not like you're dying. You probably want to sit down too, to be honest. All right.
Hi, my name is James McCulloch. I'm a paranormal investigator. I have my own group, the Paris Paranormal Group, which we are also a division of the Searcher Group.
We are Canada's oldest, most accomplished and reputable team. Obviously, we've been around longer than reality TV programs have. It didn't take long, too many visits to determine who was here at Devereaux House. One spirit that both our equipment picked up on and the mediums that we brought in agreed that there's a woman named Anna. I think she married into the Devereaux family. She's not, a natural born daughter, according to the family trees and genealogy research that I've done.
I definitely know that I do have psychic abilities or ones that I've never explored, but I can tell you one thing. Whenever we go to a location, like the first time we came here, I can immediately sense if somebody's curious as to, hey, there's somebody here, what are they doing?
Most of my experiences have been audio or audible in nature. I'm as psychic as a board, so I don't really experience visual phenomena myself.
My bread and butter is I have two different recorders, an EVP, RT EVP recorder that I use and a Zoom recorder that I use.
EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, is voices that we don't hear with a naked ear at the time of an investigation, but we'll capture them on our digital recorders and our digital cameras. Ghosts are very social, so we'll get their voices conversing on audio, saying, like, shut up, don't talk, stop it, John. And yet they don't realize that if they stopped talking, we wouldn't hear them. But it's kind of a funny, I'm amused by that.
Let's say I have 5 hours worth of audio. It will take me approximately at least 10 hours to go through it.
We invited a couple of podcast hosts here for an investigation. They set up a Zoom mic on a tripod in the middle of this floor right here. And what they came away with was an incredible piece of audio. And it might be Anna. We just came back from dinner, so we pulled back into the house, drove back in the parking lot, and their recorder picked up a woman who sounds like she's saying, "Men, John," as if she's acknowledging our approach, it's incredibly clear. Anna has made herself known through, audibly. Mediums have picked up the name. We invited a podcast team here one evening, and we think she gave one of them a hug from behind. So that's Anna. I'll leave her flowers once in a while up in the upstairs room, just to recognize that she's here. There's also a spirit of a boy that mediums have picked up on named Jonathan, who normally resides or hides or plays in the corner behind me. One medium picked up the idea that he had passed away at a very early age of a disease. This is the corner behind me where Jonathan is said to be playing. What we brought were some trigger objects, including a wooden train and a caboose here. And they can be attached by magnets. So trigger objects are regular sort of everyday objects that we can use to try to trigger a response from a ghost. We've also left a keyboard here that's easy to activate. In theory, we do incorporate mediums into our work, very talented mediums, and we use them as a tool to reinforce information that we've already picked up.
Always go with your gut feeling. So if you've got that negative feeling like, oh, something's not good here, then keep an eye out. Especially if you're in a place where you feel like there's some kind of a negative energy. Simple things like when you're walking up and down the stairs, use the hand railing, because if you get shoved, you're going to go flying down the stairs. It's the first time that we had gone to this place where we're fairly certain there was something possibly demonic or just this side of being demonic. And it was my actual very first investigation, and I actually said a prayer for everybody that was going to be there investigating for protection. One of our mediums had collapsed at the bottom of the stairs, and she said that she had this sensation like she was being choked. And then when they checked the video and the audio of it, it did capture two different voices, one asking, "What did you do?" and the other one with it sounded like an Eastern European accent, had commented that he was choking her like a chicken.
That same location where there were the not so good entities there. One of our investigators, Paul, went into the loft of this barn. He managed to capture the face of a young man with a Buddy Holly-like horn-rimmed glasses staring directly into the camera, like he went, hello, like this, right in the lens. Paul did not see this at the time, otherwise he probably would have fallen off the ladder he was standing on. We have dubbed this young man Barn Boy for obvious reasons, but we're still trying to find out who he is. The third ghost or entity seems to reside in an upstairs room that we think used to be a servant's quarters above the current kitchen. And the name Kevin has come up in association with him.
We're not 100% certain who Kevin is, but one of the mediums that we had here one time in a prior EVP session, or sorry, Ghost Box session, the name Kevin had come up several times, and I looked at her and I said, "What about Kevin?" And her face dropped and she said, "They want to know how you know who Kevin is." So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
All right, well, this is some of the more high-tech equipment that we use. What you're seeing is a night scope, a Mel meter, a K2 meter, geophone, a speaker, gauze meter, proximity meter. This is a spirit box, thermometer, another proximity meter, 2 digital recorders, another radio, an obelisk, powder traps, flashlights, simple compass, phasm lights, walkie-talkies, pendulum. Divining rods. If there's a spirit here, can you point me to them? They might go, like that. Or...
The structured light sensor camera, when it detects something in its view, it will overlay whatever that is with a stick figure. We've had it many times where you can see a stick figure of, say, myself or Peter, and all of a sudden another one shows up right beside it.
These are homemade, what are called EM pumps, or electromagnetic pumps. It emits electromagnetic energy.
So if you turn that on, will that thing pick it up?
Yes, it definitely will. Good point.
Just
So,
for illustration.
We'll do this. There you go, see? Look at that.
Yeah.
73.8. So that's high readings here. You do not want this near your brain.
What do you think is the sum total of money that you've invested in all of this equipment?
I think that's an NDA thing.
Fair enough.
And if we told you, you are not allowed to tell our wives.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, this collectively, this equipment, we're talking hundreds of dollars, maybe into the thousands easily.
Mm-hmm.
Piecemeal, as I said, it looks like, you must be rich for a volunteer team, but this is like saving up for this and saving up for that. So, closed-minded skeptics, we really don't have time for because they're never going to change their minds. So we don't go door to door saying, hey, ghosts exist kind of thing. Who has that kind of time when there's so many places to investigate? So in this room, we did capture something, and it was an audio in nature. I did some research on vintage songs, and we played a song called "Silver Threads Among the Gold." And again, Paul found this EVP. After that song played, apparently there was a woman sobbing after that song played, and we don't know. What we don't know is that why she was crying. Was it because she was happy, that music was back in the house again, something familiar, or whether that triggered an emotional response, that was very sad. So.
Yeah, all of the equipment that we have, anything that we spend on meals when we're out, any batteries to keep that equipment going, any time that we spend when we're analyzing the data that we've captured, that's all out of our own pockets. We don't get compensated for anything at all. We do this because, one, we have an interest in it, and two, we want to find out what are the answers as to what is after this life.
Richard Palmisano, our founder, he came up with a theory called the memory matrix, or the memory bubble theory. Taking from the expression, "my life flashed before my eyes," when we are ready to pass away or leave the physical body, you may choose a slice of that personal film and build a reality around that. That's where you will stay, and that's your own personal heaven, if you will.
Well, for me, it's solidified that yes, with some of the things that I've captured, there's no doubt that there's something else after this existence.
I have thought about this, I have wondered actually at what point in my life would I create a reality around, and I would probably choose a chunk of time when I became a father, I think, and was raising our spunky little girl. So yeah, I'd probably choose a moment in my life around that era. Thank you.
Oh.
And it's happening here. The K2 beside it just went off too. Hello? Is this Anna? Is this Kevin? Kevin. Is that your name? Is this Jonathan? Okay, interesting. Jonathan, if you're here, could you touch? Okay, we know you can touch that one. Can you touch this device here? I'll move out of the way. Can you touch this device here, please? Make it do this. It's not going to hurt you. We're all friends here. No? Did you go off somewhere? Okay, can you touch this device again, please? Make the green light go off. And if you squeeze the aerial, you can make other colors light up too. It's not going to hurt you. Is there somebody upstairs right now? Did anybody else hear something just now, like far away?
Yes.
What did you hear?
Like a hit. It was like a tap.
Yeah, I heard
Because I was hearing
clunky
clunk,
kind of, yeah.
clunk, like way far away. So now we're at 0.0 milligauss, meaning no electromagnetic energy. And it was sort of flipping between 0.1 and 0.5 earlier, like that, 0.1. But that's like so minuscule, and it's not your phone.
It's not picking up my phone.
No. Okay, if that wasn't Jonathan, I don't want to keep you. If that wasn't Jonathan that touched this, and somebody I haven't addressed correctly, I'm sorry I don't know your name, but we welcome you to the room. Of course, this is your house, where you live. Could you please touch this aerial again? Come close to it, it won't harm you. And the reason it looks like I'm afraid of it is because I want to give you room. But if you touch this, okay? See, the closer you get to it? Okay, let it reset itself. Okay, now you see what I did there? Thank you for doing that if you meant to communicate with us. So we're just going to do some more filming here, okay? And then leave you to your space. And you won't have to worry about us for the rest of the day. Does that sound okay?